In my last video, I had just finished 200 mil dungeoneering on my main Fresh Start Worlds account. I finished rank 23, which guarantees me at least one Halo, which was the goal. With that finally being done, I can start progressing the account outside of dungeoneering, which will include the following. I need to do key quests for PVM unlocks, quests like City of Sintistan, it's that one, plus Temple of Sintistan are both on the chopping block. City of Sintistan will allow me to use very powerful spells such as Animate Dead, and the other will allow me to use curses, such as Soul Split. I'll also want to level up summoning for powerful familiars such as the Ripper Demon and the Pack-Yak. I will also want to level up Herblore. This will allow me to use overloads and also extreme invention potions, which are insanely useful. Also level up Prayer for Turmoil and Soul Split, and then that should be everything PVM related that I really need. Aside from my main, I also have 3 other accounts. Let's refer to these accounts as Slave 1, Slave 2, and Slave Level 3. Slave 1 was actually my 3rd account that I created for Fresh Start Worlds, for the goal of using it in dungeoneering to kind of lower the level of the mobs in the floor, just because of how dungeoneering works. But I kind of screwed it up, so now it is going to be rotating into a full-blown mainish account, and needs to make money and secure another top 100 DG. Slave 2, which you might have seen in other videos, is assigned to mining and smithing duty, with the goal of at least 1 Halo for mining, so this will be just AFKing in the background. You won't really be seeing this much, but last episode it did achieve 99 mining and 99 smithing, so it's just AFKing Ark Island for mining XP, so again, you won't be seeing this account too much. And Slave 3 is just a level 3 skiller that's just brought in dungeoneering. It was originally created to craft some urns, hence the name of IE urns. So, yep, those are the 3 accounts. Now that you've all been caught up, let's go ahead and get into the episode. So main focus this week is to start the grind for questing. I want to knock these out now while the XP boost is not at its peak quite yet, so that's what you're going to be seeing in the background. There's Death of Dorgerton, another slice of ham, all requirements for Desert Treasure. Random farming level from dailies. Big milestone here, 90 Herblore. Should be able to boost to overloads now pretty reliably. And that should be Demon Slayer completed. And that is Recipe for Disaster, the start completed. Doing this for Spicy Stews. And this should be Shadow of the Storm completed. Again, just requirement for another quest, but still pretty good. Evil Dave's Recipe of Disaster completed. This quest is actually funny, but Evil Dave's Big Day Out completed. This is going to allow me to get really reliable boost from Spicy Stews, which I'm going to use for Herblore. 92 Herblore. And I'm making my first batch of overloads. I got a pulse core boost, so I'm just going to go ahead and use those. That is a 93 Herb, 94 Herblore. Troll Stronghold completed. Agility level. Temple of Ikov completed. Every time I do this quest, it always feels really rewarding to get done and out of the way. But that is Desert Treasure completed. Not too bad of a quest, but yeah, good to have it out of the way now. Creature of Frankenstrain completed. That is a wanted quest completed. Trolls Romance completed. Garden of Tranquility completed. I will be doing POF daily, but this is the first level, 83. Shield of Arav completed. Should be all of my accounts to the level that they need. Last bit of dungeoneering. So that is a 99 dunge on this account and 120 DG on that account. That is great. 70 construction from Warbands. And that is Tales of Muzpa completed. Shades of Morton completed. What Lies Below completed. I Am Missing My Mommy completed. Devious Minds completed. I think this is the worst quest down the series for curses, but that is Defender of Varrock completed. So one more quest to go. Maybe two. I think two quests to go. So I just got a codex from BM. So that should be going for a very, very juicy amount. So we'll see how much that goes for. Last quest for the requirements for Temple of Sentistan is completed. So that is Curse of Erev. My guy kind of looks like a badass. Not gonna lie. And that is Temple of Sentistan done. Which I'm so happy for to finally have done. Alright, and this codex I sold for 999 mil, essentially 100 mil. Which I think it could have been a little bit more, but I'll take that, so not too worried about it. Small break and did Dwarf Cannon quest. Yep, just for the cannon. So I will be doing as many of the special wildy events as I can. They're just too good money to not do. So I won't be including the loot, except if I do actually get like something good, like a weapon, really good brawlers, or if I'm blessed by Gothics with the Onyx core, which would be absurd. But yeah, so I will be consistently doing this. I probably won't bother showing you guys all the openings, but just know if I get a large sum of money, this is probably what it's from, is just doing this on all my accounts. Also, a lot of them are like pretty good XP as well, so it's not just the money, like the XP from them actually adds up as well. So this is going to be the method I'm going to be using for training summoning. It includes selling things to the Taverley shop, buying it back, and then using it, and then I'm going to be banking it with the deposit box. This can only be done daily for an hour, so I'm just going to include it in my like day-to-day routine, just do an hour of summoning. And that's 67 summoning. Small break from summoning to do warbands. This should get me a level. I'm up to 80 summoning right now, but yeah, this should be 95 Herblore. Now back to summoning. And this should be the last level I get this hour. So I start at 66 and I am finishing at 84 summoning in a single hour. Not too bad. Should be 84 farming. Really cool quest. Daughter of Chaos completed. Gotta do your divine locations every day. Hunter level. Civil War mini quest 3 is completed now. Really good. And that is going to be 50 invention. Just trying to perk out my gear for Slayer. So, yep, that's what I'm working on now. Also, I have 50 plus in all stats now. Okay. Should be a Slayer level, 88, just finishing up this task. So, at the start of week 7, introduces the chance for double drops from monsters. It's a 20% chance. So, in the background, you're seeing me test my luck at revs. I don't know what I'm really after here, Statius Hammer, Zuriel Staff, stuff like that. But the first drop I got doubled was a Vesta Plate Skirt, Corrupted, so not too good. But hey, you're never guaranteed anything at revs. But it's pretty cool seeing double drops appear. It definitely adds to the whole PVM experience. I actually really like the double drop chance. Just a quick disassemble, and that is 53 invention. Just selling some loot. I got a focus sight during one of my tasks, and the corrupted Vesta Longsword's actually sold for a bit. So my plan for invention is to kill Abyssal Demons. Abbey Demons are pretty AFK, which helps me do stuff while on other accounts. They also have great drop rate for Crimson Charms, and they're profitable, which means they can pay for the invention leveling, which actually adds up pretty fast. And you get really cheap options like the Abyssal Bane 2H, which is augmentable. So this should be the last level I get for a bit, and that is 70 invention. 70 Invention allows me to boost and do Ancient Gizmos, which are going to be a ginormous boost to my Invention gear. This should be one last level, 72 Invention. This should be 85 farming from a herb run. Starting another hour of summoning, and that is the first level coming in at 86. And that is halfway to 99, 92. Alright, so this should be the last level coming in. I start at 85, and this should get me 99 this next inventory. And that is 99 summoning finally completed. Summoning is stupid fast if you have the charms, but also costs quite a bit, but good to have this done out of the way. And this should get me 96 Herbler, which means I no longer need to boost for overloads. And yep, 96 Herbler. Another farming level, 86. So my plan for leveling up Prayer, now that summoning and Herbler is at a good spot, is to do Frost Dragons with Burial Powder and the Bone Crusher. I think this is gonna be probably the most affordable option for me, and it's really quick, and it gives combat XP. Like, it hits too many checks for me not to do, and yep, that is a 99 attack coming in. This is going to be the first prayer level, 79 prayer. Another Zamorak Spear disassembled, super cheap and gives good components. So I'm up to, what am I at? 84 prayer right now, but I got a bunch of gear to siphon and disassemble, so yep, that's 78 invention. Going to quest after this level, and that is 86 prayer. Just finished Frimmy Trials. I'm trying to get to Frimmy Isles. That way I can buy some yak hide to use for summoning. So it'll be dirt cheap. And this is Frimric Isles. Finishing up. This will allow me to buy a shitload of yak hides, which obviously I'm going to use to make to use my crimsons. But yep, that's good to have out of the way. Went back to Frost Dragons for a bit. This should get me 88 prayer, and then I'll probably start AFKing some stuff for a bit. But yep, 88 prayer. What the fuck? I've never seen that. What? What the fuck? Interesting. Just a small shout out to Dungeoneering Divination, which is really gross to do. I'm doing it with a pretty good group of people, so it's pretty fun. This should be another invention level coming through, and I am up to 89 invention now, getting there. So this is the best double drop I've gotten so far. I just got double focus sight, so that's like an easy 10 mil. So I went and took a little nap, and my charming potions finally sold, so it's pretty good. And my 2 focus sights that I just got for my Slayer test sold. Another big milestone coming up, and this should get me 90 Slayer. Yep, 90 Slayer completed. So I've been AFKing Heavy Demons. I did get a orb, which sold for 7.5 mil, and I'm gonna slow sell the 90 prayer, another milestone. This should be another Herbler level. 97 herb. 90 invention. This actually should get me 91. Yep, 91 invention. Big unlock, that is 92 prayer, which means I can use Soul Split finally. A 95 prayer completed. I'm averaging close to 1 million prayer XP an hour, so this was definitely the call to do. Can I get lucky from Beastmaster? Nope. I got 1 codex, I can't complain. And this should get me to 92 invention. Trying the range method for Greater Demons. I'm not too crazy about it, but that's 92 Slayer, halfway. 94 Slayer. 94 invention. And that's Lanica Spear acquired. I paid 88 mil for this, so I'm going to use it for Slayer. This should be another upgrade acquired. I'm just upgrading Slayer gear. Cinder Banes, so huge. Just doing some questing, and that is the Elder Kiln completed. And this should be the next quest completed. Blink of Extinction. Just working on kiln requirements. 70 fletching while doing Battle of the Monolith. And this should be Battle of the Monolith completed. I hope to God I don't have to do this quest again anytime soon. But yeah, that's completed. Just working on the requirements for Azandra's quest, and that is 77 archaeology. Well, I'm just powering up all these. And with this quest out of the way, I should have all the requirements for City of Sintiston. I'm going to butcher that name 100 times, but it's whatever. And with that, I have Ancient Spellbook, or more spells for the Ancient Spellbook. Animate Dead is obviously the main reason I want to do this, but yeah, this is good to have done another way. Up to 96 Slayer now. This Slayer task will get me 99, it's just a matter of time. A 50 defense, I'll eventually get 120, but yep, just halfway to 100. Alright, so week 8 is the last week of the competitive phase of Fresh Start Worlds. And I've had a spreadsheet this whole time through Fresh Start Worlds of kind of goals that I expected to have, but this last week I need to be very, very careful with my time to make sure I don't lose anything. So my two highest priorities that I need to get is mining Halo, which I will definitely have this, and then my dungeoneering Halo, which if I need to put more time in this, it's not too bad, but I definitely have to I have to watch this a little bit because people could start doing it at the end, and if everyone's going for 200 mil, then I also need to get 200 mil. I was originally going to do smithing, looking into it, I did some math. It's not something that, even if I had infinite money, it'd be really, really close. And yeah, I just don't want to get into this part where it's very, very intense. Prior looking at that, it's going to be super, super money driven. And I'd rather spend that money on Herbler. So my plan is to spend any excess money on Herbler and Summoning. Summoning I should have in the top 100, assuming a bunch of people don't have a bunch of stored XP. So this is what I'm going to put all my money in. I'm going to put my money in these two baskets. I was thinking about Invention. I think it's still possible, but I don't know. That's a pretty large XP difference. So I'm like rank 177, but for top 100, it's like literally double the XP. So I don't think I'm going to try and go for that Halo. And then farming, this was kind of like, if I had all extra time, I could look for it, because I could probably do Taros and farm out a bunch of XP, which I don't think a lot of people are doing. So, but currently I'm going to be focusing on these two specifically. And that is 99 invention done on my main account with that disassemble. And with this floor finished, I should get 150 mil dungeoneering. I'm kind of forced to do more dungeoneering because other people in the high scores are also doing dungeoneering. So to keep this account in the top 100, I do have to do more dunge. But 150 mil DG completed. Just doing dungeoneering on this account, and my main got the defense pet at 69.4 million XP. Alright, let's do 500 in a row. Already at 1.3 million XP. Oh, and I got the pet. That's big. Hey. Big. This. That's 20 mil summoning. Ooh. That's 99 Herbler done. Fucking finally. That's big. I'm gonna keep going while this falls down. That's big. That's so big, actually. Super happy on that. That's 90 farming. Just doing some Herblore on my main and my alt got Draconic Visage from Frost Dragons, which I believe is like 1 in 10k. So kind of lucky on that. It's not worth a whole lot, but it's still nice to see a Visage. 100 Herblore. So day 52, I did a 24-hour stream on Twitch. I just want to speak towards like the main goal I did get this day, and that was 200 mil DG on my other account. I can't find the clip of it specifically. I don't know if I got it slightly before or after stream. I think it was like right after stream I finished off 200 mil DG on this account, but that's the big thing. So that the reason why I had to do the final push for this is everyone was just shooting for 200 mil. So I started the day at like rank 60, and at one point I dropped to like rank 79. And then by end of the day I was rank 60, which I'll show at some point. Quick 60 for agility from a daily challenge. Just training some attack in ED3 to get my attack up for dungeoneering. I want the primal weapons. 104 invention while doing Abbey Demons. So finished the 24-hour stream yesterday. First thing I did this morning was upgraded my Pontifex ring. And what this allows me to do is get treasure troves, tier 3 from AF King Archglacior, which is just gonna add to the drops that I'm getting. So yep, that's done. 102 herb. Finally unlocking an Odak coil. This will increase my kills per hour at Abbey Demons by quite a bit. 91 farming coming in. And this is 40 mil summoning. 50 mil summoning. 103 Herblore. Random mining level coming in, that's 84. Another random level while doing this little thing in Minifos, and that's 71 construction. And nothing. 104 herb. Skipped a few levels, but 107 herb. Just going for top 100 still. 92 farming, halfway. 105 invention, just working on some perks. Oh, look at that. My alt just got 100 mil mining. Still gonna keep going till 120, but yeah, that's a pretty big milestone. This should be another invention level. 107 invention. 50 mil in HP. And that is 120 defense. This has a really sick cape, so good to have that done. Now to train others. That's 70 mil summoning. Slave 1 got another Visage while doing Frost Dragons. 110 Herblore. Still working on top 100 herb. And Slave 2 got 120 mining. Now I actually have to think of something else for this account to do in AFK, but yeah, 120 mining completed. The last 30 minutes of the competitive phase of Fresh Start Worlds is something I will never forget. The second those numbers popped up, there was like a rush of excitement that all this was going to be over, but also depression for the same reasons. Just knowing that in just 30 minutes, the community and dynamic of the whole server is going to change. Everything that I've worked towards is now completed, and everything's locked in, so no hardcore grinding anymore. With that being said, I was also panicking that I maybe could lose a Halo or two, specifically Summoning and Herblore. Like, both those are very scary, because they're both skills where someone could just knock out like 10-20 mil XP in a single log, or with Summoning you could do crazy like 50 mil XP in a single log. So I just didn't know how much I could trust the high scores, so it's constantly refreshing them and keeping track of them. It was an experience. But worst goes to worst, I knew I had at least 3 halos locked in. 2 of those being dungeoneering, and I was 200 mils, so those were 100% locked in. And then mining, which no one can just gain an absurd amount of mining XP in a set amount of time. So I was very, very comfortable with that. What I was not comfortable with was Herbler and summoning, so I was constantly checking on those. The final bit of Fresh Start Worlds, right before everyone's about to get kicked offline, is something I will always cherish. Very, very good, just nice feeling. But as the servers count down to 0 and everyone gets booted offline, just a sense of relief hits you, knowing that nothing more can be done and everything is locked in. So let's take a look at the high scores. How did I do? So I secured 5 top hundreds. I got rank 49 in mining, rank 76 in Herbler, rank 73 in summoning, and then dungeoneering coming in clutch at rank 23 and 60, securing me 5 halos. So after finally being able to log in, I found out that we won't be getting our halos for quite a while. Ended up being around 2 weeks. And the reason why is because Jagex is individually going into every single account before handing out the halos. But me not knowing that, or expected that, I was super confused on why I had logged in and had no halos. Because now you have this constant feeling of like, what if I don't actually get as many halos as I want? But yeah, so it's a bit of a while for us to get our halos, but we will eventually get them. After the competitive season ended, I actually expected that to be the end of my Fresh Start Worlds adventure. I was planning to just AFK something to the end of Fresh Start Worlds as I was going back to work as a software engineer. I originally took some time off because I knew I had some health issues happening that I needed to deal with, and I knew I couldn't manage both Fresh Start Worlds, the issues I was having, and work at the same time. And I also traveled to New York. After returning to work for 2 days, I ended up quitting. I don't recommend this to anyone, but I am fortunate enough to be fine financially enough not to worry about it. But I'm not going to get into that too much. But this meant I had a lot more time to do Fresh Start Worlds, so I had to really think about what goals I wanted to do. So my original goal was to end up with a very good PVM account to use as an alt. And what's better than 1 good PVM alt account? 3 PVM ready alts. So I went back to the drawing board to try and figure out my plans. No, I literally mean I went to the drawing board. So with that being said, here are my next goals. My main Fresh Start World account will be trying to finish off the 120s he's already close to. So that is going to be summoning and Herbler. The reason why I'm going for 120s is because you get the inverted cape in Fresh Start Worlds, which I do plan on selling, so I essentially see those goals as big payouts when Fresh Start Worlds ends, and they look cool. And in the meantime, I'll be AFKing things like Archglacior and Archaeology once 120 summoning is finished. Now for my other accounts, let's go over both counts as Slave 1 and Slave 2. So the main goal is going to be getting a Halo of Returning on both of these accounts. Halo of Returning is given to accounts that have progressed multiple different things in the game. In this case, the 2 things I really need is 2k total levels and 150 quest points. Let's cover the big one here, which is going to be 150 quest points, because that does take a bit of time, but I've kind of worked out exactly what quests I want to do. So the main ones I want to get is Animate Dead and the quest for curses. So everything I just did in my main at the first half of this video, I'm now going to do on 2 other accounts. So that's what I've focused on. And then the 2k total, I actually think this is going to be pretty achievable from just playing the game. But I do want to make sure I get Overloads, 95 Prayer for Turmoil, and 99 Summoning. So those are the goals for Slave 1 and Slave 2. Slave 3, he doesn't get any love. He's currently sitting at 113 DG. So if I might finish 120 Dungeoneering on that account just for the cape. But if I don't, its only job is just going to be doing divination for energy to sell it, because they're actually going for a large sum. So his sole job is money, till its membership runs out anyways. So I'm currently trying to work on getting the obsidian armor set, because I do think I have some long-term goals of getting the Zuck melee cape, because it's just really good, and if I'm AFKing a lot of Arch Glacier for charms for 120 summoning, that extra boosted damage that it gives probably is worth getting. So that's what I'm currently working on, and that is 79 fire making. I would get a random collection log item. That's kind of funny. So I got the key obsidian pieces that I needed, which is just the helms, because they give kind of like the void effect, where it's like an increased amount of damage and they also decrease damage. So now it's just getting the fire cape. So hopefully nothing goes wrong during this run. Not forecasting anything at all. Also, I'm about to get 99 HP on my ult. Slave 1 and Slave 2 are both AFKing Archglacier. There's no way. There's no way I actually... Oh, it's so... I switched too soon. There's no way I actually just died like that. That's actually hugely embarrassing. Oh, back in I go. Oh, it's kind of... That did not just happen. Okay, that's how it's supposed to go down. That's not what happened, though. And there goes the fire cape. And that is the Kiln Cape. Now to do the real challenge, which is gonna be Zuck. I guess I just got a random pet. I mean, I'll take it. Oh my god. Well, I killed him, but I did have to retry a few times, so I gotta redo this at some point. Yeah, I never came back. So I'm not gonna show you me opening all of these keys, but since the competitive phase for Fresh Start World has ended, it allows Treasure Hunter and all the shitty MTX things to be available again. So it means all of those quests that I did, now I can finally use all those keys. So those have added to quite a bit. So I'll show you what I get at the end, and it's probably going to be a shitload of XP, but I'll go ahead and just show you that at the end. Alright, I ended up with 4 million extra bonus summoning XP, 500,000 Herblore XP. It's quite a bit. So now I'm sitting at almost 10 million bonus XP. That's really crazy. All pay to win. So I'm still keeping up with warbands on occasion, and this is 72 construction. 86 woodcutting, doing my brawlers. 97 woodcutting, just trying to use my brawlers while I'm thinking of it. 109 invention here, just AFKing Archglacier. Luck of the dwarves. Mining supplies. Okay, we take that. I just PK'd Luck of the dwarves. Oh my god. Oh my god. Lol. Just AFKing some agility training dummies, and I think I should have a level here. Yeah, 75 agility, just AFKing these things. Another level from training dummies, that's 81 invention. Do I get anything? Absolutely not. Nothing from Beastmaster again. Sparky Pet. Well, I've been AFKing these for a bit, and I got up to... what level am I now for Hunter? 79 Hunter from just the portable skilling dummies. Kind of busted, to be honest. And that is 80 mil summoning. There should be another milestone coming up. Yep, 90 mil summoning, close to 120. And this should be a Slayer level. Yep, 97 Slayer. Oh, and I have enough tokens to claim Halo of Returning on my main. Still need to get on my other accounts though. And that is 77 agility from Silverhawks. So I just got 100 mil summoning. I'm about out of triumphs. I don't know if I quite have enough for 120 this inventory, but we'll see. But yeah, slowly but surely. Oh, and agility level. That's 78 agility. Silverhawks OP. Oh, so I'm also working on invention on my other account, and it's at 88 smithing now, so gains. And that is 99 strength done on this account. So this is slave 2. This should be another invention level. 110 invention, 10 more levels. 111 invention. 80 agility from Silverhawks. It should be 120 summoning. Oh my god, okay, I'm gonna do this. 94 XP off. Alright, let me go do one more inventory. $120 summoning. Okay, that's super big, though. It's I don't know how many people even have 120 summoning. The cape. It actually looks really cool in the inventory, but let's see what it actually looks like in game. Oh wait, it actually looks way better in game. Wait, yeah, this shit looks dope. I don't know if I like it more than the dunge, but it does look really fucking nice. I kind of want to make a looker on this, but it required me keepsaking it. I don't know which cape I like better. Because I kind of like the hobo look that the dunge cape has. Like, where I feel like I'd have to make this fancier. They both look so fucking nice, actually. Man, though. Oh, it looks so nice. This should be the last demon I kill for a bit, and that is 99 Slayer. Just really big. Unlocks quite a bit of stuff. Big quality of life unlock here, a mechanized siphon. I would have unlocked this earlier, but I never had enough components for it. But scavenging's finally kind of paid off enough to supply this. So what this does is it automatically siphons whatever equipment you have on, so it's super good for AFKing. And this should be 96 prayer. This also actually gives me 138 combat, which is now the highest level in the game. So yep, everything done there. And this should give me a level, and that is 112 invention done. He spammed me enough, I finally claimed the Halo of Returning on my main. So that is now done. I still need to get this on the other 2 accounts, but yep, done on this one. Hey, I think I just got the farming pet. Yeah, just got brains. That's done. I just logged in and I got one of my challenger halos, and I also should have winning the fresh start high scores. Yeah, there's one of my accounts on one of my ults that has 200 mil DG, so that's good. Super excited for that, actually. So, I get to log into my other accounts that I actually get to see if I have it or not. So I'm actually looking forward to that. It's logged in on my mining account, and I did just get Challenger Halo. So that's 2 I have now. But yeah, I'm just logging in to do some wilderness events, and then I gotta go back to work. So, okay, so I'm logging in to see if I get halos. I got 3 of them, which is exactly what I expected. So 1 for summoning, 1 for herbler, and 1 for dungeoneering. So that is ginormous. That's so satisfying to log into, actually. I was super happy on that. This should be another construction level from Warbands. I don't know why I'm leveling this up, but it's just free levels. That is 75 construction. Got some assistance from a friend to make the alchemical onyx, and this is going to be used to make the Grace of the Elves, which I really need for doing archaeology. So, yep, that is that made. Now to just enhance it, and I'm good to go. 94 farming from Oyster. I should be getting a level here soon. Yep, 111 Herbler from Herbie Werby. Should be a construction level from this, and that is 76 construction from the monthly D&D. First Yaka, finally done. Time to see what other loot we get. Nothing. Still some money though, in Techie. Still useful. So I bought some scriptures for my ult, so a small upgrade there. I'm going to attempt to do Eagle's Peak on 3 accounts. This ended up being not as bad as I thought it'd be, which makes it pretty hopeful because I need to do a lot more quests on my other 2 accounts, but none of my accounts have Eagle's Peak done, so I'm just getting that done. Peak completed on all my accounts, so some hunting levels, but now I'm rushing to do a wilderness event real fast. Master farming, which is actually a really busted set, so I've been working towards this for a little bit on this side because I think it's just really good for herbler supplies, so did get that unlocked. Making some porters for archaeology to put in my Grace of the Elves, and that is 95 divination. Look at these chads. So I'm about to finish up for me Isles. I just kind of want this quest done out of the way because it unlocks a store, which can be some money for daily, and I do need the quest points, so yep, finishing that up now. And that is Frimmy Isles completed. Fight Arena completed on my 2 ults. Getting some Arch Glacier on my accounts, and I did get a pet on one of them, so I'm just gonna keep that. I'm just gonna throw this in here. Auto screener unlocked in my main. If you don't have this, it is such a ginormous quality of life, specifically if you're like me and you need a hard AFK while you're doing quests on 2 other accounts. But yeah, that's finished. 50 mil attack while I'm getting some Calgarian demon pouches in ED3. That's super rare, but also super worthless. I've gotten those before. They don't sell at all. Just turning in some lamps, and that is 60 in all stats. So, and this should be the Mkando Medic. This is what I'm going to use all the way to 120. 95 farming. I just got a decimation bow while opening my sacks. This took like over 200, maybe even 300 sacks to get, but that's ginormous. That's super. Yeah, I couldn't be happier, to be honest. That's amazing. I think it's going for easily over 100 mil, so that's like fantastic to go ahead and get out of the way. I'm just logging back on after RuneScape did a rollback for the 2nd time now. And I previously, right before the rollback happened, I had opened all my Umbral chests, and yeah, I got 200 mil, which is ginormous. I couldn't be. That's fucking huge. First time I did this, I opened it on all 3 of my accounts, and I did not get shit. So I just got some good lucky this time so far. It's looking like definitely better. Both of these are better than I was getting last time. This is kind of useless, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and open the rest of this in case I get more. That's really good. If I get the top, that'd be better, but kind of worthless. Kind of Worthless. Wait, I got dual wield. And, okay, that's fine. It's not bad by any means. I wish they were augmentable, but if I get another coin drop, that'd be huge. Sunglasses. That's really shit. 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 Can I get a rollback again on just this account so I can try again? Because all these are worthless. I don't know if they're worth anything either. But yeah, 200 mil, I'll take that. That alone was worth it. I just got the Dark Onyx core, and I didn't even notice. Lol. But yeah, this is extraordinarily rare item, extremely rare reward. But these prices are completely off. It's closer to like 1 to 2. It's closer to like 2 bill. Uh, so I definitely want the money from it, but like I'm looking at these requirements on how to make it. So one is 85 invention, which is going to be the main requirement. So that's boostable from like 70 on. But then like corporal components, I'm not going to get those. So I'm not going to make this one. It's either going to be this one or this one. And doing court for court components is not an option. But what I can get is Siren components and crystal tool seeds. But because of Fresh Start Worlds, these two things you kind of have to Iron Man. So Siren components I know you can get from attuned crystal equipment, which means going to Prif. Also, crystal tool seeds are a Prif item. These I know I can get from Edemus. So what that means is I have to unlock Prif on this account now to get any value out of it, which means I need to change my plans accordingly. Let's just fix this real fast, and then a Prif. This is so much fun, doing Morning Ends Part 2 on 2 accounts at the same time. Kill me. And this is Within the Light completed. Not nearly as bad as Morning Ends Part 2. One more quest. And that is Plague's End completed. I'm just happy that this is done and out of the way. Doing these quests on 2 accounts is a wee bit slow, but it's better than doing it one by one. So the grind is finally finished. I did finally make the facets of Grace. This took a bit. What I did was you get free attuned crystal weapon seeds from the Chick and Prif, and I used that to get the crystal components, and then the crystal seed tool seeds things I got from Edemus. And then the guy I just sold it to, so that was actually a guy I worked out beforehand, and sold it for 1.1 bill in the GE. I just communicated to him, leave an offer in the GE, so it got filled. So kind of missed this, but 120 invention, AFKing archaeology completed. That's a big one. I like that case. And that is my second weapon obtained, obliteration. So I didn't notice this initially, but that is an Aurora die on my inventory. I think this took me like 200, 300k paper, so not too bad. I can't remember how much I ended up selling this for. I think like 600, 700, 800 mil, something like that. So a very pretty penny. So grind I've been kind of doing but haven't recording is 99 Slayer on my ults. I did the exact same method I did on my main, which is just greater demons in the wilderness. Super fast way to level up, and I just wanted 99 Slayer because the cape's got really good teleports and unlocks player owned dungeons, which I can use to AFK things in the future. So that is done on those 2 accounts. And that is a 99 summoning done on both of those accounts. So another pretty big one to get out of the way. They were just AFKing Archclaysor for like a week to get all the rune or all the charms for it. So that's a good one to get out of the way. And that is 119 Herbler from Vitality Pots. This is very expensive, but super duper fast. Oh, there's no fucking way. I got another Dark Onyx core. But this is on my level 3. Why? I can't do it. And they're like, this is not worth the time commitment to get, so it's useless. That's so sad. So the reason why this kind of sucks is I don't know how to train Invention on level 3. But I end up AFKing woodcutting with dragon hatchets, but that also meant I have to unlock Invention. But I do eventually make use of this, but I don't sell it on a fresh start world, so I'm kind of excluding that. But this account's new job is to AFK woodcutting and level up hatchets to disassemble, because that's the only way this thing is getting any Invention levels. And that is 1 billion total XP on this temporary server. That's kind of crazy. And that is 120 archaeology completed. I actually think this cape looks really cool. I don't think I showcase it, but it is a really good cape, and doing archaeology on Fresh Start Worlds was super worth it. Working on unlocking Animate Dead on my ults so I can solo BM and, well, solo tank BM. And that is Azandra's quest completed again. I also had to do Battle the Monolith again. That fucking sucked. That is City of Sintistin completed, which means I now have Animate Dead. And kind of a side goal of like solo tanking Beastmaster, which is basing on one account and BUing on the other one, so looking forward towards that. Just finished up another raid, and I got the pet followed by the boots on this account, so I mean, it is what it is. It's something, so I'm not going to complain too much. And that is one of the last 120s I'll get. That is 120 attack completed. So I ended up unlocking Plague's End on my main as well. I kind of had fun like speedrunning all the quests. It didn't take nearly as long, so not too bad. So this is the last week of Fresh Start World, so I'm really just trying to clean everything up and finalize all my all the goals I set out to do. So I had some time, and I decided to finish 120 Dungeoneering on a level 3. Now I have a level 3 with 120 DG, which I think is pretty cool, and it allows me to sell the cape. So, pretty big there. So this is the main reason I unlocked Prif, is so I could kill some Eddies, because my last blood shard on my other account sold for like 150 mil. And here's my second one on this account, so just money. And that is the strength pet in my inventory, so I got that this run, went ahead and unlocked that one, so that's a nice one to get. And this is hopefully the last of ED3 I have to do, and that is 120 HP, which is pretty crazy. That's quite a few 120s I have now. So at this point of Fresh Start Worlds, I've kind of accomplished all of my main goals. I've achieved all the 120s I thought I could. So now it's time to just try and make as much money as I could while ending. And in the background, there's a lot of things I didn't record. Like currently, about this time, I'm AFKing all of my accounts, either doing archaeology on my slave accounts so they can get PVM related relics, as well as archaeology has a bunch of benefits in general. And then my main is AFKing proteins and all that jazz, just to make use of those before the end of Fresh Start Worlds. So that's what's happening in the background right now. But now to the rest of the video. Also, while you're here, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave any criticism or any feedback you have. I actually did put a lot of effort into this video specifically, so any criticism you guys have or feedback, I will actually implement in future videos. But love you guys, thank you for watching, and let's get back to the video. Alright, so we're currently sitting at a little over 12 hours till the end of Fresh Start Worlds. And I've spent quite a few hours putting all my shit from Fresh Start Worlds, or all my stuff on Fresh Start Worlds, onto one account to kind of consolidate it and see what I should be trying to sell now before the end of Fresh Start Worlds, like things like bones, I think are probably worth selling now, and stuff like that before the end. And then it just kind of makes the transfer a little bit easier, because getting all this stuff on one account took quite a bit of time. So to make selling and stuff easier in the future, I just went ahead and put it all on one account. So this is like kind of like a quick bank review before I transfer. There's like a bunch of shit like seeds, runes, and grimy herbs and stuff that I'll try and sell beforehand. But there's also, I have tens of thousands of like archaeology material. But yep, this is the quick preview before I do some organization and selling. So yep, while I'm doing this, I have other accounts that are doing some AFK proteins before the end of Fresh Start Worlds. Well, I went through most of my bank and sold what I think, but I think most of the economy's kind of evened itself out, so most of the items are worth what they are in the main game. It's just easier to sell in the main game. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer account number 1 and kind of have my other accounts just kind of chill. Oh, why is that? Like, this is just my ult, and that's still like just hitting it. Like that one button is kind of sad. But yeah, I'm gonna spend some time on cleaning this account's bank and see how much all this sells for, and then it's selling. Oh my god, it's so weird. Oh boy. So the very first thing I did was I created the Dark Facet of Luck on my level 3. I couldn't do that on Fresh Start Worlds, or didn't really want to. So that was the first thing I did when I transferred over this account, so I could try and sell it as soon as possible. And then right after that, ran it to the GE, plopped it in for I think like 1.7 bill. It dropped a little bit since last I knew, but I was just hoping for 1.7 bill at least, and it insta-sold for a little bit over, so that's huge. So this is going to be a huge voiceover while I go over like my final thoughts. So this whole time, while my ult is selling stuff on the main world, my accounts are AFKing harps, mainly for the Christmas cracker, or Christmas paper, I mean. And it's like super time consuming to sell all these items, and then I also need to sell all of the capes, and then get a grand total for that, which I will not reveal in this video. I will have a video coming right after this one, kind of going into the nitty-gritty stats, how much money I made, how much XP I gained, and all of that jazz, and also going over my final thoughts, like what did I think of Fresh Start Worlds, what could have been better, what was amazing about Fresh Start Worlds, and all that jazz, but that's gonna have to wait. But in the background, you're watching my accounts finally transfer over into the main game. This is done, I think, like 4 hours before the big transfer. This is mainly because I kind of just wanted to sleep and get it done and over with now, because all I was doing was doing harps. I've kind of done literally everything else that I possibly could, so I'd rather just get the transfer done and over with now. Before I left, there's a few things I made sure to do. I used like literally every single protein that I had in all my accounts, just to get the most XP from that. So right now you're watching my big boy main finally transfer. He was the last one to go. I tried sticking him around as long as possible, but it was time for him to go. But sitting at really good stats before the transfer. I'm really proud of what I've accomplished in the time given. Obviously could have done more, obviously could have done a lot less, but really happy overall. And I kind of roughly know how much I've made in total, and it's a staggering amount, way more than what I thought I would have. I did come out with 5 halos, which I've gone over, and I did get 3 halos of return, so I did finish those on my other accounts, which I do trade over to my main at some point. But yeah, with that being said, that's the end of Fresh Start Worlds. I will have another video coming out going into the final stats of all the accounts and how much money I made, and also plans going forward. Also reveal how much time I spent playing the game. But yep, till next time. Bye.